cycle or cycle of giving. That cycle, puts you in a position to receive more. If you stop it by saying, no, I don't want you to give that to me, no, I can't take that from you, or whatever, it cuts the cycle. I promise you, it cuts the cycle, and it keeps you from receiving. And, I don't care how big of a giver you are. Speaking from experience, I don't care how big of a giver you are, you always need to receive something. It's called sowing and reaping. It's called planting and getting the harvest. And you always put yourself, but if you always reject that which you are trying to receive, you don't put yourself in a good position. And then that's when the blessings stop. That's when the current stops. So just think about that for a minute. There's a whole art of receiving for those of you that are givers. You've got to put yourself in a position to where you can receive. Stop receiving, literally stop receiving, and see what happens. It gives you less and less and less to give. You pour from a cup that's empty. But when you learn how to receive from where it comes, we think that, for example, if we look at somebody and think that they are less fortunate that we are, and they try to offer you something, and you immediately say, no, I don't want that. You need well, from receiving. So you have to take it and watch what happens. Hey, Chris, stop that cycle. Take it, you receive it, because not only does it put you in the position to keep something to give, it turns them in position so they can keep having something to give. And it is almost like that infinity that keeps going and keeps going and keeps going until your whole group of people are blessed. So there's an art to receiving. Again, if you're always receiving, if you're a taker, this doesn't make much sense to you. But for those of you who I know are givers from the heart, you give yourself, it's hard for you to receive. And I'm telling you, you have to be as cheerful of a receiver as you are a giver. And it creates that cycle, that flow that keeps you in a position where you're constantly able to give. You've just got to learn how to receive it. You cannot sow without reaping. Remember that. You cannot sow all the time and never reap. You've got to put yourself in a position to do that, to be a receiver as well as a giver. Okay. I know this is a holiday season. A couple of weeks ago, I challenged you guys to do something. And I told you every Christmas morning, I would get up and I would go ride around the city, a couple of surrounding cities. And anybody that I saw that was homeless, I would have a card and I would put money in it. I would give what I could. Every year over the past several years, I've increased it because I cannot give without receiving. God has blessed me, and every year I increase it. And my challenge to you guys was to find somebody that you could do that to. I challenge you, to those of you that are givers, go out and receive and watch how you will always have something to give. You will always have something to give. It always comes back to you. Hey, Kenyatta, it always comes back to you. Whether you're in Greensboro, Yolanda says she's going to do Burlington. The challenge is accepted. I do Winston. I do Greensboro every year. I may try to extend it this year into High Point, but I have an amount that I've increased every year, and I have blessed people, and as a result I have been blessed. But when the blessings come back to me, I don't shun them. I don't say no, because I don't want to break that cycle. The more I give, the more God allows me to receive. Okay, so I challenge you. That's my challenge for you. Start planning to do that. You can give $5, put it in somebody's. That's so much. a meal for somebody. That's something that they can have. Bless somebody's life and just tell them to pay it forward. Tell them that, because you were blessed, then you be a blessing. And I guarantee you, your blessings will come back on you 100-fold. I tell you what, we're going to call it seed money. And I want you to scatter seeds all over the city. Can you do that? Can you do that? Will you do that with me, SFC? Will you do that? I don't care, whatever you can give. I don't care if it's $1. Bless somebody. Put $10 in 10 different cards and just ride around the city and just hand them out to the people that are on the street on Christmas Day. Will you do that? Would you just be able? That's my challenge. I want it to change lives. I promise you it will. And what that does, it puts you in position to receive. Next year, if you're only able to give $2 this year, then I promise you, you're going to be able to give five the next year. Okay. So I challenge you to do that. Join me on Christmas Day. With it being on Sunday, it may not be able to be done first thing that morning, but it will be done that day. I will be a blessing to somebody, and I will just give them, enough to where they can go get some food or something to drink or whatever, however they want to do it. How they spend it ain't my business. It's just me being a blessing because I am sowing seeds all around the city, and God is going to do that for me. All right. Listen, again, thank all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for yesterday. For those of you that came out to celebrate with us the holiday season, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. That's all for today. I really, really appreciate you so much. Do that. And I want to see how many of you have something good to tell me about the seeds you're sowing. All right. Talk to you later. Bye bye.